Ronnie.
Ho, 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 my brothers and sisters, on this, our 120th episode of the Good Morning Guys podcast, brought to you by Christmas. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as we are doing it live in the form of a GMG music special, while also discussing the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I'm one of your four hosts, the Brazilian mountaineer and transition elf, Lucas Ham Swisher. Also with me, right over here, or over there, up there, or down there, wherever it is, the judge, jury, and executioner of the naughty and nice list, Patrick Novosel.
Hi, buddy. Hi.
On his left and my right, the volleyball and beast of the East, who's guaranteed to make your belly shake like a bowl full of jelly in 3 words or less, Ronnie Johantges.
What up?
Hey, yo. Then the final member of the GMG quadfecta, he's got music of the Christmas variety in his heart, mistletoe in his wife, on his brain, and eggnog in his old stomacho, Marc Boucher.
Got the old eggnog right here. Guys, sorry for the
Solo
delay.
cup. Yeah, eggnog. Yeah, right.
Just
I don't roll that way.
Says he.
That stings my nostrils.
I can smell it over here.
Sorry for the delay, guys. I had a lot of, pretty much everything exploded right before
No delay.
the podcast
We are
started.
wizards here in the GMG
Yes,
podcast.
we started
are
right when we
never
mean
late.
to.
That's exactly right. Speaking of starting right when we mean to, Marc, you are starting us off with a special song sung by you.
All right, I apologize in
Daniel
advance
Boucher.
if this lags at all. Hopefully it won't. But here we go. Oh, the first thing at Christmas I got from GMG, a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the second thing at Christmas I got from GMG, 2 ear holes and a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the third thing at Christmas I got from GMG, 3 Marc facts, 2 ear holes, and a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the fourth thing at Christmas I got from G&G, 4 nerdy guys, 3 Marc facts, 2 ear holes, and a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the fifth thing at Christmas I got from G&G, 5 voicemails from Bernabe. Bernabe, if you're watching, we love you. Just teasing. 4 nerdy guys, 3 Marc facts, 2 ear holes, and a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the sixth thing at Christmas I got from G&G, 6 platinum trophies, all from Clark. All from Clark.
Perfect.
5 voicemails from Bernabe.
Thank you, Butters.
4 nerdy guys, 3 Marc facts, 2 ear holes, and a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the seventh thing at Christmas I got from G&G. I got nothing. Nothing prepared there. Doing my best Ronnie impression. Nothing for 7. 6 platinum trophies, 5 voicemails from Bernabe, 4 nerdy guys, 3 Marc facts, 2 ear holes, and a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the 8th thing at Christmas I got from G&G, 8 pencil cases, 7.
Thank you, Tasha.
Nope, still nothing. 6 platinum trophies, 5 voicemails from Bernabe, 4 nerdy guys, 3 Marc facts, 2 ear holes, and a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the 9th thing at Christmas I got from G&G, 9 corny dad jokes. So why is it getting harder to buy advent calendars?
Why?
Their days are numbered. And why are Christmas trees so bad at knitting?
No idea why.
They always drop their needles.
Oh,
8 pencil cases, 7. Nope.
Improv.
Yep, and total improv.
So, Ronnie, how about that plop that I heard the other day?
Wait for that. You wait for that. It's coming.
Oh, sorry. Spoilers.
6 platinum trophies, 5 voicemails from Bernabe, 4 nerdy guys, 3 Mark facts, 2 ear holes, and a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the 10th thing at Christmas I got from G&G. 10 games of Bamboozled, and here's your Wicked Wango card. 9 corny dad jokes, 8 pencil cases, 7. Nope, still doing the improv stuff. 6 platinum trophies, 5 voicemails from Bernabe, 4 nerdy guys, 3 Mark facts, 2 ear holes, and a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the 11th thing at Christmas I got from G&G. 11 nice transitions. Well, speaking of gifts, here's the rest of the 12 Days of Christmas song. 10 games of Bamboozled, 9 corny dad jokes, 8 pencil cases, 7. Nope, winging it. Nothing comes to mind. I'm sorry. 6 platinum trophies, 5 voicemails from Bernabe, 4 nerdy guys, 3 Mark facts, 2 ear holes, and a podcast I listen to each week. Oh, the 12th thing at Christmas I got from G&G. 12 plop discussions.
Only 12? Jeez.
So many.
11 nice transitions, 10 games of Bamboozled, 9 corny dad jokes, 8 pencil cases, 7. Nope. And then I don't think we're going to figure it out either. Just going to wing it. 6 platinum trophies, 5 voicemails from Bernabe, 4 nerdy guys, 3 Mark facts, 2 ear holes, and a podcast I listen to each week.
Bravissimo. Fantastic.
Oh, beautiful.
I stumbled through that one, but thank you. Thank you very much.
That was
That's 7.
beautiful.
That's 7th day. It's just rough.
It's just the way we like it. It's good stuff. Thank you so much, Mark, for sharing that beautiful song. It's downhill from here. I don't know where we can go. I guess we'll just get into what's new news and just ruin it with our personal lives, what's been going on, what's not been going on.
By the way,
Probably,
Tim Pollen is hosting us right now.
Hey-o, Timmy. Thanks for the host, buddy. And Arctic threw some hand hearts our way. He said, great song, Mark. This needs to get on the Spotify playlist. 100% agree.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, get it. Get a working on it. But yeah, let's jump into the old What's New News, starting with Patrick.
Oh.
Tell me
Hi.
how you and your son are doing, because you guys are hunting like nobody's business.
So I've had a couple platinums this month, but he's had more platinums than me. This past week, for the 3rd week in a row, got another platinum, and this week was the Paw Patrol game, which was, I don't know, maybe a 4-hour platinum because it was just side scrolling, maybe some side scrolling, some 3D, just collecting bones.
You know what's next week? Now that he's done that one,
we have nothing. I put the PlayStation 4 Pro in his room.
My name is Mayo. You put it in his room?
I put it in his room because it was unplugged for the past month. So I was like, you know what? This just needs some love. So I put it in his room. Guess what he fires up for the first game?
Cyberpunk.
Minecraft.
Minecraft, the old
I was like, buddy,
classic.
you can play Minecraft on your Kindle, on the iPad, on the Vita, and the Xbox, and your Switch.
And
but
on
no,
MySpace.
he's like, can't get enough of it.
Good old Minecraft.
Yeah. So yeah, we We don't have any platinums planned right now because with Christmas coming up, we got Super Mario Odyssey coming through the pipeline. So
Yeah.
with the Switch, he's going to be all over that.
No platinums there.
Yeah. Other gaming news. I just started The Witcher 3 tonight.
That's so left field.
Wow. Okay.
I can't believe you started that. 9 days, 10 days before the end of the year, and you're like,
Yes.
I can do
think I
this,
can
and
do
I
it.
believe it. You're totally going to destroy it.
I think I will. I got it on easiest mode. It said like just enjoy the story. I was like, yep, that's all I'm in it for.
There you go.
I don't need it to be hard. I don't need to do all this magic and potion and all that stuff. I just want to enjoy the story. And
I know if you keep going like this through the story, I think you can do it in like 30 hours. And for you, that's like 2 days. So I think you can do it.
Possibly. I just gotta put everything else aside. So yeah, I mean, like with it was funny. I looked at the last time that I played The Witcher 3. Last time I started it was December 29th of last year. And I got to the point.
Okay.
I got to the point where it's really early and you're training Siri. You're learning the tutorial. And I was like, I don't think I've gotten past this part since I think this is maybe the 5th time I've started Witcher 3. And my wife comes down during the tutorial. She's like, hey, do you want to come upstairs and hang out with the family? I'm like, I can't. No, I got to get past the tutorial. Please just let me get past the tutorial.
I must
and then
become
I'll be
the
up.
Witcher, Mel. It must happen.
Yeah. She came in after the bathtub scene. So I was like, whew, close.
Good timing.
Close call.
Crisis averted.
Yeah. So I started that. And then this past week, I started Ark with Ronnie and Eric.
Oh boy.
Give us all the details.
I'm
nervous about this.
I jump in and they're like, hey, we are level 1,000 right now, or whatever they are right now. And they're like, check out this base. And Ronnie's just like giving me the tour of all this stuff. And halfway through, I'm like, I'm not going to remember any of this. He's like, this is where we cook. This is where see these fridges. This is where we keep our armor. I'm like, I don't understand how that works.
In the refrigerator.
And then, but in this, it's like in this cave. And in this cave, you walk in, it is just like filled with dragons and just dragons and I would say maybe 15 dragons and other items or other animals or reptiles, whatever that you can ride. So he's like, let's just take one out, and we're having a good time. I'm flying, just like it's a good time. And so we go. So Eric pops in, and we're gonna get to like some other ice cave. They give me some gear that has a jetpack on it, so I'm flying around. And this is like this is the end game. This is what you all have been working towards. This is awesome. We get to this ice cave, and this is like it starts glitching so hard that I'm sitting here for maybe 15 seconds looking at a PowerPoint slide before I can actually move. I have no idea what's going on. I can hear Ronnie and Eric talk like, hey, Pat, come over here. I was like, well, hold on. Wait for this to be unfrozen, and I'll be over there. I can hear what's going on. I just can't see anything. And it would just happen. This happened, I don't know, maybe a few more times while we're in the ice cave. We took down this huge stone monster.
Death
what was
worm.
that?
Oh no, we did the lava golem and the death worm.
Yeah, so those ended up being okay. But once we defeated this in the ice cave, once we were done with the ice cave, then all the glitches started to happen. Eric would just fly off into outer space on my screen, and I have no idea where he went. It would just freeze for me for 15 seconds, and then it'll come back, and then a few more seconds of me just playing, and then it would freeze for 15 seconds, and it was just constant to a point where I got lodged in a ceiling, and I died. I had no idea where I was, and at this point, I respawn, and I respawned in just like underwear. and a glitch happened to me where for every maybe 6 seconds I pooped.
That was ridiculous.
There's an action in this
No
game
way.
where you can poop.
So you do poop throughout the game, but Pat's guy was just dropping
you
grenades
serious?
like just repeatedly, man.
Every 6 seconds you were plopping.
It was probably
in the
even more
game?
than that.
It would make a noise.
That is
And
so appropriate.
It does make
Can I
that
tell
noise
you?
every time too.
That is so appropriate that would happen to you, Patrick.
It was the
Right?
I'm
funniest thing.
so
And
glad that
it
happened.
did it, and I'm sitting there in like I'm in an ice cave, and I'm in my underwear pooping these. I don't know. I would say they looked like large meatballs, like huge meatballs. And I look behind me.
dung
You're in first person. I look behind me, and there's like 8 of these big meatballs right in this water.
His
that
guy
I'm
was
standing
pooping
in.
so much that he had a giant pile behind him. Like that was
Can you
half
do
the height
anything with
he
it?
was.
Like, can you
Yeah, you
sell
do.
it? Or
See,
can you build
you
with
can't
it?
sell anything. Use it as fertilizer though.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you go to your like action wheel, there is an option to poop. And I'm like, how have you not told us about this? There's an action poop button.
This
There's
makes
also-
it worth it all that
once
you
you
got the
poop-
glitch and told us all about it.
But once you poop, you go back to the action wheel. It says not ready to poop. So I'm like, oh man, I just want to hear
You
that
need a primer.
noise again.
You do have to eat some food, and then you can do it
It's
again.
like eat some granola, eat some fiber. You'll get there.
Yeah, but it was so that was the first night, and the second night we tried it again, and it's same thing. It was glitching. It was rough.
it was
Absolutely
worse
rough.
the second night.
It was rough. You know, like I was able to ride a T-Rex, which was pretty sweet. But it wasn't enough fluid motion for me to enjoy it. Enough to where I wanted to throw my controller because I was so frustrated with how many times the game froze. So I don't know. Like Ronnie says that, you know, it's not all the time. I mean, it happens, but you know, last night he said that he had no issues. But that's
Yeah,
only
last
2
night
times
me,
that I've
Eric,
played.
and one of my other buddies played, and we didn't have an issue like the whole night. I remember saying to Eric, I was like, "Man, I wish Pat would have played tonight instead of the night before, because the night
Yeah.
before it was bad."
It was frustrating.
The game itself, the thing is with the game, there is so much in that game, and it's just buggy. Like it always has been since I started playing it. Yeah, and it was just like the 2 times. The first time you played, there really wasn't a lot of like lagging unless we were like flying like really high up in the air or something like that. But the second night was so bad, like it was from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And the way it was lagging is it would literally freeze you for like 15 to 20 seconds, which in the game world is eternity. Like when you're just staring at a blank screen, there's nothing that could make you more mad than that.
It's a constant loading.
It's true.
screen. That's what
It
it
was
was.
bad.
Hey, here's 5 seconds of playtime. Here's a 15-second ad.
Yeah, it was so bad.
It was bad. Yeah. So you know, I may try it again. You know,
Don't lie.
just knowing. I mean, I have it. It's not gonna. It's still on my Xbox. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
delete it. I may jump back in, but maybe not for the rest of the year while I'm trying to get through Witcher 3, which is pretty fun so far. Yeah, that's the games on the life front. Still job searching.
You didn't
What?
tell him about the gas bag thing where we all flew up in the middle of the air. Like Eric couldn't land. There's this big creature. It's called a gas bag, where you hold down like the left bump or left the left trigger, and it fills up with air. It's just like it looks like a big larva, but then it gets massive, and then you can release it all and like blow like enemies back or like fly up into the air on it. And there was no way to land. We couldn't figure out how to land it. I was just standing on it. Pat was on a saddle, and Eric was on the other part of the saddle. And I was just standing on it, and we got like all the way to the top of the map, and my guy starts like slipping off, and I fell an incredible amount to my death. But yeah, it was fun when it wasn't lagging.
Yeah, it was. I really wish it just didn't lag. I would have a much better time.
That's too bad, man.
Yeah. It's
Maybe
frustrating.
Arc 2 when you can play as Vin Diesel. No lag.
That's probably when I'm going to quit.
Good to know.
Yeah. But that's the games. Yeah, like I said on the life front, still searching for jobs. Had a couple phone interviews past week. I just got a confirmation about an interview. Don't know what the day is yet. The both recruiters are taking the rest of the year off, So I won't know until in January sometime of when those interviews will be. So we will see on that.
All right.
But that's
Awesome.
pretty
We have
much
permission.
the only thing that's going on in life.
You have permission to enjoy the holidays
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
and just do it.
Yep.
So, Pat, are you finished? Sorry.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm so
geez.
sorry.
Tell us
No.
more.
I'm
No,
rude.
go ahead.
My
Go ahead,
bad.
man. That's all you.
So before the next person goes, I just wanted to announce it on the stream so that everybody knows that the giveaway that we are doing tonight for some GMG merch
Ooh.
is currently live.
Yeah.
So you have 3 chances to win merch tonight. So first off, the first 2, we're giving away one GMG Pod T-shirt, and we're also giving away a GMG Pod coffee mug.
Yeah.
And so for those 2 things, you have to enter in the Twitch chat on our Twitch channel. You have to enter !GMG shirt.
GMG shirt. It'll probably say GMG pants. That's what it's going to sound like if there was a jingle
Play
for
shirt.
it. Just so you know, Infinity Bro Isaac, he jumped on that before you even said it. And he
Whoa.
entered himself.
Well,
into
thankfully
the
it gives a
GMG
notification in the chat.
shirt ticket.
Excuse me, but I just wanted to make sure for everybody who might be watching and not being active in the chat that you have that opportunity. We're going to cut it off pretty much after the updates are over, I think.
Fair enough.
And then we'll pick 2 winners from there. And
Cool.
did you want to announce the other way you can win, Lucas?
Well, before we move on, Tim Pollen points out, so don't leave the R out in the GMG shirt giveaway.
Pro
you
tip.
Do not
That
want,
would-
you do
pro
not
tip.
want a GMG other
Nope.
thing. You
Nope.
don't want the plops from us.
Not with what Patrick's been producing in ARC. That'll be sent your way.
I wish you would have clipped that, dude.
Yeah, you really should have.
I can't
That
believe
was
I
hilarious.
didn't.
I don't. Yeah, that was so funny, dude.
Missed opportunity. I want to play
r-
until that glitch happens again.
Real quick, Infinity Bro Isaac said, "Hey guys, at work, so I can't stay in chat. Merry Christmas, though. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry
sir.
Christmas,
Merry
Isaac.
Christmas.
Glad
Merry
you could stop in, keep saving them lives, and keeping people healthy." And then also, Barnaby Mares so far, Bernabe has written, what is it? Exclamation mark secret plop and exclamation mark GMG plop. Does that get him anything?
No, that gets him absolutely nothing other
Fantastic.
than other
I
than
I don't
laughs.
think you want to win those things.
No,
Yeah.
no, you don't.
I don't think that means what you
I'm
think
not
it means.
shipping that either.
Bernabe. I'm
Shipping.
not either. That'd be way too expensive and not worth it.
Yeah, you're
From
not
Brazil.
shipping it. Be careful
I
which
don't know.
of those
Can you
letters
do that?
shipping
Will the post office say? Is there anything like? Can you do that?
I mean,
Send your own crap.
Yeah, can you do that? Is that a thing?
That's a biohazard.
Why
So
would
Oh
you?
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
What if
probably
it was
not.
that extra?
What if it was sealed?
yeah. Is just extra shipping costs?
well, that's like here's this anthrax. It's sealed, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
it's
as
sealed.
long,
whatever.
yeah, as long as you reveal what's in it, yeah, I think they're okay.
Yeah,
with
it won't hurt you like
I
anthrax.
mean,
or
Sure.
anything
It's a
like
grenade
that.
in here. It's live.
it. Yeah, don't worry.
I'd like to send this somewhere.
They're like, oh, okay, we'll sign here.
Oh well, if it's sealed, it's fine.
All right. While I'm doing research on these kind of things, Ronnie, sup?
Well, Pat told you about our ARC experience.
He did.
We actually just started. So the initial map that Pat went to was kind of just our fun map where we built everything. This past week we started a dedicated server, which is basically a server that any of us can get on, even if the other people aren't on there. When you leave the server up and running, the animals still need to eat. They eat off the food troughs and stuff. So the whole world, when you leave, just continues.
Oh, it's
which
like
is-
Tamagotchi.
Which is different than what we've
where
done
you're
in the
leaving and they
past.
can die.
Yeah, in the past it was non-dedicated, so basically when we logged out, the world just stopped and then it started again when we went back. So now when we leave, everything it's more of a make sure everything is in order before you leave. And even then, I mean, like a wild animal if we don't have the right stuff set up, there could be a small wild dino come in and just kill all of our stuff that's out, because you don't want your stuff like on aggressive while you're gone, because then it'll go after everything and you'll never find them again in the map.
So if that happens, do you get like a notification like, oh no,
No.
I better
You find out when you
log
get
on
back in.
before all of them are gone?
Yeah, you find out when you get back in what happened.
Oh, that'd be awful.
Yeah.
That would give me anxiety.
So I guess like we've had a couple of things like spawn near our base and like come into our base when we were playing, but I don't know.
I could just see that meme of that guy and girl laying in bed together. I could just see Ronnie and Elizabeth laying there, and she's like, "I bet you he's thinking of an ex-girlfriend," and Ronnie's like,
"Yeah, they're probably killing all my stuff right now.
My dinosaurs alive."
I need to go check them. Yeah, it is different, and in all fairness, like the only things that have spawned are like these little like spiders, which could maybe kill you as an individual, like as a person, but like some of the Rexes we have sitting there, if it like starts on one of those Rexes, like I'm pretty sure we're good for a couple of days before it would actually kill that Rex, even if it wasn't attacking. So it's not, we're up in a like tower where stuff can't really, just walk up there. So, but it is different. It's kind of cool. We had Pat on, obviously. One of my other buddies started playing with us a little bit. And we've been kind of like just wrapped up in it really for the past week. I think we started on Thursday. I think we started on last Thursday, and I know for a fact I've at least put in 24 hours, probably 40. In all fairness, like just a lot of time. Like me and Eric have been up till like 4:30 every night, like on the weekends playing. So,
and you've gotten that second wind.
Yeah, I have.
I remember when you said a few weeks ago, you were like, I'm probably done.
Yep. And then we kind of jumped on and started jumping maps and experiencing some other stuff. And now we're on this one, and it's really fun. It's really cool. Actually, they do like they do events like they're having a Christmas event right now, and there's a raptor clause is what it's called.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what happens is you hear like this ho ho ho, and it's a raptor clause, and it says on the top of your screen like raptor clause has appeared or something like that, and it's literally a raptor like in Santa's sleigh that's like flying across the top of the map, and he drops like all kinds of presents, and like the presents have like good loot and stuff in them. So it's pretty cool. There's a few animals out there that are just like wearing like
Santa hats,
little Santa hats and stuff. Yeah, so it's always cool, like during event time and stuff. But with that, obviously, I haven't done hardly anything else. I mean, it's consumed me again. I still have Squadrons. I haven't even opened it yet. I feel bad. Like Elizabeth got it for me for my birthday, but funny story, she is actually back into Arc 2 right now.
Nice.
I think me being in and playing, she's been up on her computer playing like the same amount of time. So. But yeah, we've been pretty much gaming it up. We did pause for a little while yesterday, and we put up the Christmas tree finally.
There you go.
All right.
I mean, we were getting to the point where I was like, I don't even know if we should put it up now. Now we're going to have to leave it up for 3 months just to make it worth it.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but we finally got that up.
Got to have a few days in.
Exactly right. She's actually making these Christmas ornaments that are chainmail. She's literally like using little interlocking like pieces of chain to make them, and I'm 100% sure she could actually make a full set of chainmail armor after seeing these.
Nice.
I'm all in about that.
Yeah.
One of my buddies came over and he's like, "I know you guys are going to get the first 2 sets, but I want the third."
Nice.
So see if I can talk her into
cool.
that.
Ronnie,
Pretty sweet.
Ronnie Arctic M77 Matt on the Twitch says, I played Arc with some coworkers on a dedicated server. That is totally the way to go.
It really is. I like it so much better, actually. I really the main thing for Arc with me, I think if I didn't play with other people, I probably would have quit by now. It's more fun like when you play with like your buddies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So since like Eric's into it big time again, like he's caught another wind, and my other buddy's into it. Pat's played with us. It just makes it a whole different game. So
yeah, it's not a solo game by any stretch of the imagination. It's so much better to play with friends.
I played a long time solo, just a straight solo grind.
How?
I don't know actually, because I don't have any patience for anything. Like I have the shortest attention span ever. But for whatever reason, like I'd be out there just chopping down wood by myself. So yeah, but it is so much more fun with other people.
Nice.
Like when we played with Pat, we did like they have these drops where when you activate them, there's like 5 waves of dinos that come out. They're pretty fun. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I've done, honestly.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Mark,
Yo.
tell me about the fight with Rona. Have you won yet? Are you in the 9th round? You in overtime? Is that how boxing works? Is there overtime?
There's some sort of overtime, I think.
In boxing, I think it's scheduled for a certain amount of rounds.
How many rounds is it?
Some of them could be like 15
9?
rounds.
15?
Yeah.
Are you
Like
in the
title
15th
fights and
round?
stuff. Yeah.
That's true.
Well, baseball terms, I feel like we're in like the 14th inning
Ah,
right now.
so you're
Man.
like Rocky 5.
We can all
Where
understand
you-
that.
You've gotten to.
Yeah, so
Fighting in the streets with it.
Yeah, pretty much a street fight. He's like walking up to Kristen going, hey, yo, Kristen, what do you do in the next 20
Be like,
weeks?
Mark, you do not sound good. We need to take you to the hospital.
Yeah, you're talking like that.
You do
And
not
Lucas
sound
just-
good at all.
Lucas just made that joke to get in his Sylvester Stallone voice again.
just squeeze that in there.
Got it.
My name is not
Squeeze
Adrian.
it in there.
Not the first or the last.
Oh,
More to
goodness.
come.
Yeah, so I am coming to the end of my fight with the Rona. I feel a lot better now. It's been over 2 weeks as of today.
Mhm.
And just have a cough that I'm trying to get rid of, which thankfully is held off. Which of course now I say that, and I'm sure I'll start hacking up a storm.
how it works.
But yeah, I'm fighting that off. But unfortunately, my wife has tested positive for COVID.
Oh no!
Boo.
Oh,
So-
boomerang effect.
Yep. Which I mean, that's to be expected. Honestly, she's been around me, so
It's pretty much impossible to stay away from somebody in your same house. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would hate to quarantine completely away from her. So basically, like, if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. So, and
Yep.
so, excuse me. So I mean, there are certain things that she's had worse than I have, and then there are things that she hasn't had at all that I had. Well, I guess just today she has like a low-grade fever, very low grade. But technically for COVID, the CDC doesn't even count it. They don't count it as an actual fever until 100.4, and she's hit 99.1, so very low grade. Technically, I mean, she's been in quarantine this whole time. Her symptoms started showing up last Wednesday. So the CDC has actually changed it to where if you actually have COVID, your quarantine time is 10 days. So her 10th day is actually on Friday. So she actually doesn't have that much longer to be in quarantine. It's just a matter of her shaking feeling sick and all that. But unfortunately, that means we will not be going anywhere for Christmas. We're going to be staying right here in the house. So, which is a bummer, but, this whole year's been weird, so might as well keep up the weird. But
yeah, you don't want to give it to everybody.
No,
everybody
I sure
in your
don't.
family for sure. Yeah.
Definitely
yeah,
not.
especially like my wife's side of the family, everybody's had it already, so they're covered.
What's another round?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Well, and the thing is,
Jump
they have
on the
the
bandwagon.
antibodies in their system.
Yep.
So, but if I were to go to my parents' house, my dad is very high risk, so that would not be a good idea at all. So, so we're not doing that for sure. So we'll just stay home and make it work.
Time to plan a digital Christmas. Do a little
Yeah, I
Zoom
think.
holiday greetings.
Yep.
yeah.
I think that will be in order. I think since we're going to be home, we're going to watch Wonder Woman 1984 because that
Yeah,
comes
there you
out
go.
on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And also Soul on Disney.
Oh, Soul, yep. Soul
Yep,
comes out as
that's
well. So yeah, mainly I've just been at home. My work requires me to have 2 negative tests in order to go back to work. And I tried taking a test on Friday, and Sunday it came back positive. So it continues. I'm trying again tomorrow just to see if I'll get a negative test. but we'll see how it goes. Just got to ride this thing out.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better. Like I said, the only thing I'm dealing with is a cough, really. Other than that, I'm feeling way better. It basically felt like the flu is all with some breathing troubles. But yeah, so we're just living life in the house here. Finally jumped back into Apex last night after not playing video games for quite some time, which was definitely great to do. Today, we've just been watching some Christmas movies. I actually watched for the first time, or at least attempted to watch all the way through for the first time, The Nightmare Before Christmas, because I figured I'd give it a try.
Yeah.
And about an hour in, I looked at Kristen and we were like, we're not that interested in this.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Yeah, I mean, there are some...
It's overrated.
There are great things about it. Like, they did a great job with all the visuals and all the stop motion animation and all of that. And the songs are great, but
yeah, the songs are good.
We just we found ourselves just not being too interested in it. So we ended up turning it off and turned on Home Alone.
100% better.
Which is my favorite Christmas movie. And watched that all the way through. And we'll probably watch some more Christmas movies as this week goes on. I'll probably hit Home Alone 2, Santa Claus movies. Those are must-sees for the Christmas season for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just living that COVID life and just trying to ride it all out. That's been pretty much us.
Gotcha.
But
yeah, well, I hope I'm glad you're feeling better. I do hope that Kristen gets better.
Yep.
She keeps her low grade fever, and that just eventually goes away, because I know, and we all know, once you get a high fever, it is awful.
Yeah, the highest I hit was 101, and I tend to run warm anyway, and so if I get a fever, that's like death to me. I can't. I have such a hard time with that. So I'm thankful that she hasn't had it as bad as I did, and pray that it continues to be that way. So, but yeah, that's pretty much my thing. Before we go on, I just want to remind the chat that we're still doing a giveaway, and you can type !GMG shirt in the Twitch chat, and it will enter you into a raffle for either a GMG Pod t-shirt or a GMG Pod mug. And also wanted to mention the fact that if you write a review, if you haven't already, on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Stitcher, we will be taking a look at those, and we will choose after maybe like a day or two, we'll choose a winner from somebody who has posted a review, and you will win either a shirt or a mug, either your choice.
Just screen grab it and just send it our way. You can attach it to us on Twitter, MySpace.
MySpace, yes.
Yep, Discord. We're still using that MySpace thanks to Justin Timberlake. So,
yep. But yeah, so you can still continue to do that by typing in !GMG shirt in the chat. So
yes,
all right,
fantastic.
So,
Mark, I totally feel your pain, man. As a missionary in Brazil for the past 8.5 years, I've had a couple Christmases where it's just been just the four of us, me and the wife and the kids, just hanging out. And we usually can find some extended family, but this year I think it's just going to be the four of us, and we're definitely going to do some Zoom Christmas meetings and that kind of stuff. You just got to work with what you got. And
Yep.
Definitely praying for you, man. Praying for you and Kristen, and that you get to feeling better, can get back to work and still enjoy your holidays, but enjoy them healthily and without fevers.
Now I know for Thanksgiving, my parents actually came by and brought us food, like Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know if anybody's doing that this time, but if not, then we'll probably like order from Cracker Barrel or something, because they deliver
There you go.
on Christmas.
Nice.
So we'll make it work.
Very good.
But yeah, that's me.
All right, for the Swisher family, we are still house hunting, still looking for that perfect place that's located closer to where the wife and kids go to school, also with decent amount of space, and not just for the four of us, but for a dog as well.
Oh my gosh.
Almost had you going, huh?
You did. Like, you're crazy.
Heck no. Do you think I'd be smiling? I would not be smiling if it were a third Swisher. No. We want to get a dog. So each of the houses we're looking at, we're like, could the dog poop here and it not be a problem? Because some places just don't have yards. So we got to think creatively. We got to be could this be like a designated dog area where it could relieve itself, and then we could just keep it clean. We did look at a house today that had a nice little patch of grass. It actually had grass on the inside.
I don't believe
and the outside. It was crazy.
Had grass on the inside.
I was gonna say.
In our bedroom.
What kind of sorcery is this?
It's like
it's AstroTurf.
So in Brazil, let me explain. In Brazil, all properties are surrounded by a gate and a fence, like serious fence. So there's the inside where the property is, then there's the outside where your sidewalk or the rest of your driveway, the road, the city. So there's grass inside and outside, not in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it.
Maybe when you tell people that you have grass on the inside,
The delivery was
you need to a little bit more details on that one.
That's a good call. Good call. I did not think that.
Let's
through.
elaborate
I'm
on
making notes now. Change that for next time.
grass on the inside as well.
Having small talk. We got lots of grass. No, not
We
very
got a
much.
pool
Just a
on the
little.
inside.
Just enough to relax
Inside
through the
the
holidays.
fence.
All right. But that's for next year. Speaking of next year, the family and I will be together 24/7 from now until the end of the month of
Good
next
luck.
year. So
Good
summer
luck.
break, I appreciate it. Summer break has begun. We're going to be watching lots of Christmas movies, Disney movies, probably taking some trips to the beach, which is only like an hour and 20 minutes away. The school
Nice.
pool is open all year round. They have a pretty decent sized pool, so we'll be visiting that. All, of course, open aired activities, going to a park or two. We don't want to spread that Rona, but we also want to enjoy the outside free air.
Yeah.
Speaking of spreading Rona, the four of us, all went to church together for the first time in 8 months.
Nice.
Wow.
This
Oh
year.
my.
It was crazy. It was like, is this allowed? Are we supposed to be doing this? Like we all four walked in, and I've gone a few times on my own, which has been normal. But then with the wife, with Mindy involved, it was like, here we go. No sudden movements, please. Nobody hug my wife. Get too close. You're going to freak her out, because she's really been trying hard to just respect social distancing and have that kind of expectation with others, especially working at a school and then now going to church. The main reason we're kind of going now is because for the next few weeks, they won't be going to school, so they don't feel like there's any cross-contamination going on. So it was good. We got to sit together, social distance together, sing Christmas and worship music together with our masks on, which is really hard to do.
Nice.
But we did it, and it was really nice. And then at the end of the church service, the pastor calls the four of us to the stage and asks us to hug each other in front of hundreds of people. It was interesting.
What? Why?
So-
why would?
That's why you got called to the
Why
front?
did? Again, I need a little bit more details of why this is happening.
There was
So-
grass up there.
We were really
Grass
relaxed. We were
inside.
hugging each other. We're like,
Grass
"I
at
love
the
you,
pulpit,
man."
grass off the pulpit.
So,
Are you hugging just your family, or you're hugging others?
just the family? So
Everybody
he
in
wanted
the
to
church.
illustrate.
I was just like, what is this? A processional, like a wedding?
This
or
is a
what?
That's
hugging
the
church.
opposite of what we should be doing right now.
Now that
He's
you're
like,
here,
the pandemic's over. Let's hug each other.
we're gonna
No.
start an experiment.
So
gonna get
pretty
the
much he
Rona.
said, we know we can't hug each other. We need to, keep our distance and all that jazz. And he said, so as an illustration, Swisher family, please come to the front. He said, you can hug your family. You can hug your family at home. You can hug your family at church. You're with them already, so it's not a big deal. And so he's like, Lucas, hug your wife and your kids for everyone to see. And so we just hugged each other.
This is how you do it. If you didn't
This is
remember,
how you hug.
You see people like, oh, when they get out their notepads and write it down.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, I
Man,
did
I
not
remember
know
when we
this.
could do that.
You can see some people, they're just like,
I think I
I
got
like
it.
that. I think I like that. I'm going to try that again sometime. So, yeah. And then, of course, in the audience, of course, there are single people, and that's what they're doing. No, they're not. They weren't hugging themselves. But what else are they going to do?
Yeah, if you're single and alone, you can hug yourself to make you feel pretty terrible.
Yeah, pretty awful. Here I am, all alone. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
exactly.
We're praying for you, Sister Mary Clarence. We're sorry.
That's
All
a
right,
poll,
so,
Sister Mary Clarence.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Sister
I'm an
Act.
80s, 90s kid. That's on the real life front. On the gaming front, I put Bard's Gold in its place on the PS4 and the Vita
Oh, wow.
in a matter of 2 days. So for those
Does it
that
have a
weren't with me
platinum?
last week, no, it tricked me. I thought it had a platinum, and I bought it, and then I looked at the trophy list again, and I was like, "Where'd that platinum go?" And it just disappeared.
Swindled.
It wasn't there. I got swindled. This is just $1, so. But yeah, I got 100% on both of them. Not only did I beat it on PS4 and Vita, but when I played it on PS4, the day after I talked to you guys, how frustrated I was, how, Patrick's like, what are you doing with your life? And I was like, I don't know, but I'm doing it. I beat that whole game with 1 life. I did not get killed 1 time.
Dang.
And I was like, I am the world's smartest man, or whatever. I'm the
I
world's
have
greatest
the
video gamer.
power.
Yeah, I have the power. I felt like
the
He-Man.
smartest man alive.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking
Yeah.
for. Evidently, I'm not the smartest man because I can't remember that
It's
quote.
Giovanni Ribisi.
I thought it was really funny that the day before, or 2 days before, when I talked about it with you guys last week, I had been talking with Jared Orr, and I said, this is what happens when you're really frustrated. You need to stop, take a break, come back. And I think, Patrick, you've talked about this with a few games.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, Jared, I'm going to play on Monday or Tuesday, and I'm just going to destroy it. And that's what I did. And it made me feel really happy. I was very proud of myself. And
Nice
I
work.
immediately deleted it. Like, I think I downloaded it again just to delete it again. I was like, I'm done with you. You spelunky game. Anyways.
Makes me think of that scene in Office Space where they take the printer out there into the field and just start destroying it.
Yes, that's pretty much what I did. Except
good to be
I
a
did all my
gangster.
printing first.
Yes.
Did all my printing, and then I destroyed it. But after that, I took Pat's advice, and I started playing games that I enjoy. And so I got into some Housemarque games like Matterfall. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Nope.
You've heard of Resogun?
Heard of that
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
I've never
Yeah,
heard of
so-
any game that you've played.
I know, Ronnie. I'm not looking at you. Just kidding. I love you. Matterfall, just to explain for those that have heard of Resogun, is like Resogun, but you have legs, and it's a platformer. It's pretty good fun.
You're a leg ship.
Yeah, you're a ship, and you've got little legs, and you're like jumping around. It's like just imagine like the Millennium Falcon or Ghost from Rebels, and you just
feet.
have legs, and you run around shooting stuff. It's actually pretty fun. It's got the same lady voice, like multiplier lost, multiplier upgraded, or whatever. Like it's got that same lady, so it's kind of cool. Reminds me a little of Resogun. The other Housemarque game I'm playing is Alien Nation, and I'm not playing that one alone. I'm playing that with Chris, the Canadian Rock. My brother.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
The Great
Mr.
White
Rock.
North. Yeah, it's pretty much like Dead Nation. So Patrick, you know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
instead of zombies, you have ET, and he's trying to rip you in half. A lot of ETs. It's good fun.
Sweet.
I like it.
Sounds fun.
Interesting.
On top of that, I started Marvel Ultimate Alliance with my kids, and the fun continued, at least for my son. My daughter lasted 10 minutes, and she was like, this is boring. I don't know what's happening. And so she wasn't a fan, but James is in. He's all in, loving it. We've gotten like through a few stages. He loves Venom. It's like Venom all day for him. He's like, I don't care what else happens. I want Venom. And so yeah, I've been trying to cycle through my different characters. I don't know if you guys have a favorite character. Ronnie, do you have a favorite character in Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
I do. It's Captain America.
Captain America. I haven't used him very much. I might have to. I've really been trying to use the teams, where you set up certain characters and it gives you like bonuses, and it's like Fantastic Four, but you don't know till you set it up. So you just kind of put some people in.
Cap in that game has this like giant shield that he throws out, and basically it's like almost every other character can use like a power off of the shield.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
It's pretty. It's awesome.
I mean, James and I are just sitting there like mashing buttons. I taught James how to stun everyone, so he's like sitting there going XOO, XOO, XOO. He's just repeating it over and over again.
Hey, once you got it, you got it,
guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, James, you don't have to repeat it out loud. You just press the buttons.
Well, that's like when people play with the controller before motion controls were a thing, and people would like turn the controller even though that did nothing.
So that transitions to the other thing I've been playing, and that is Rocket League. And I've not been playing that one alone. I started season 2, and I've been playing that with my kids a lot. And my son does that exact same thing, where he's like veering off to the left or right.
Drives it right off the couch.
And it's so funny. Patrick played with us a little bit, and he could hear definitely some of the frustration and some of the joy and some of the like confusion as my daughter's like, I keep sticking to the walls. Why? Why am I sticking to the walls?
Stop running into me, Holly.
Yeah.
Call me Holly instead of Hollywood or Patrick.
Yeah, that's
Holly,
the name for
get
Patrick.
out of my
is
way,
Holly. Instead of saying Hollywood Bones, it's like, hey, Holly, help us. Yeah,
That game is so much fun, though.
Oh, it's so fun.
It is.
And they're doing a winter fest right now, and I've got 9 of the 10 winter challenges done. So, like, my
Nice.
car looks like Santa Claus threw up all over
It's sweet
threw
though.
up all over it. It's awesome. Like the wheels are covered in lights, and then it has a fireplace in the hubcap space. My wife looked at it and was
pretty
like,
sweet.
that's not possible. That's not real. I'm like, it isn't. It is to me.
Pretty
I
sure
love
there's a set of wheels in that game where you can have like a fishbowl in the middle too. Like there's all kind of crazy
there
stuff.
is. I love it. I love the
Realistic.
decor for the cars in that game.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that's been really fun. Like I said, we've kind of been yelling at each other. It's been really good to kind of teach us how to play like the positions on the field. I've been trying to like play as the goalie because my kids can't do it. Like my daughter just like loops around the
Goalie's actually
area.
pretty hard to play in that game
It's
too.
really hard.
Really hard.
It's ridiculous, especially when you keep getting shot on like by the other team. It's awful.
Yeah, once they figure you out, which some teams we've played have figured me out real quick, and they're
They
just
start
like,
running into you,
double
blowing you
juking.
up.
Oh, yeah, that's really bad. That gets really irritating. My kids do not like when people blow them up. But of course, when they blow other people up, they're like,
Yeah.
Sucker.
eat that waku wiku. Like they can't even read people's names. Eat that, Holly. So,
I blew up a
Yeah.
lot.
yeah, definitely blew up a lot. But we got some wins, and my kids definitely have gotten some goals. It's been fun. We've been working
When
on
your
our teamwork.
kids get goals, it is like a riot is going off because they go crazy. And it
Yeah,
is
they do.
Awesome. It is so
Yeah.
cool.
The energy they bring is amazing. It's been glorious. Fun way to celebrate a little early Christmas with all the Christmas decor in the game. Yeah. So speaking of Christmas, that brings us to the topic of the show. We are talking all about it.
So before we go into Christmas traditions, I'm going to go
That's
ahead
right.
and do the giveaway.
Do it.
Right
that's right.
now.
It's giveaway time.
Nice.
Who's it gonna be?
Okay, so you guys have 10 seconds to add.
Wait.
I'm just
okay, they do.
no, I'm just saying.
Like,
Yeah,
do
they
we
do. People in the chat.
Now
We
it's
get
up.
10 seconds.
You have
10 seconds.
10 seconds!
And count for the
Exclamation
delay.
point! GMG shirt.
This
10,
sentence is still counting.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Put
Count
it in,
for
guys.
the
Come
delay.
on! Exclamation mark.
3,
GMG
2,
something.
GMG
Plop.
shirt. 1. All right, we're stopping it.
GMG plop.
All right. Hit and close entries.
All
All right. So this first
Oh
winner.
no, Chris the Rock just said hashtag shirt. Oh no.
Unfortunately, that
It
wasn't the whole
counts.
thing. It doesn't count.
Oh,
it
you get
doesn't
10
count.
seconds.
Come
but
on,
you didn't
give him a
count for the
break.
delay.
He's in Canada. He's a nice guy.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
come on. As is tradition.
Chris, if you haven't written a review on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Podchaser,
There you go,
There
Chris.
you go.
enter there because you will have a chance. But
Write that review.
The first giveaway that we are doing is for the GMG Pod coffee mug. So here we go. I'm picking a winner. The Infinity Bros. Infinity Bro Isaac wins the GMG Pod mug.
Congrats. You better be drinking coffee at work.
He says, woohoo!
Ooh.
All right, and now we are picking the winner for the GMG Pod t-shirt. Here we go.
Yeah.
Are we going to get another 10-second runoff or just picking it?
Nope.
Bernabe!
Bernabe wins a GMG Pod t-shirt. Guys, if you can either message us, preferably on our Twitter at the GMG Podcast. Send us a direct message with your information, like your address and all that, your t-shirt size and all that, and then obviously with the mug, it's one size. Yeah, just definitely message us your information, and we will get that sent off to you. Congratulations to you, Isaac and Bernabe, for winning. And you do have a third option. You can, if you haven't already, write us a review on Apple Podcasts, on Stitcher, on Podchaser, wherever you can write a review. Excuse me. And we will pick a random person to win, and you will get, of your choosing, you can either get a shirt or a coffee mug. So, congratulations to everybody who won.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you for that, Mark. And with that, speaking of gifts, it's time to get in the gift-giving spirit of Christmas by talking about Christmas, because that's what's coming up in 4 days. I just bumped my microphone. Sorry.
It's all good.
4 days. It is coming, whether we like it or not. We are talking about traditions, ornaments, what we've been up to. We've kind of given away a little bit of that. Ronnie's been telling us about his last-minute decorating. It actually reminds me of a movie we watched recently with the family where the dad in the movie brought a Christmas tree home on Christmas Eve. And Mindy and I immediately were like, what? What is the point? Who does that? Like, hey, I brought the Christmas tree. Let's decorate it so we can.
I think people used to do that like a long time ago, before there were
like
plastic trees and the fake trees. And to do that, you would bring it inside. As soon as you bring it inside, it's dying.
No, it's not. This is a living tree. We sprayed it with hairspray for like an hour, and it sealed in its essence.
Do you even have trees in Brazil? I feel like this is all a lie.
We got grass, man, and trees.
Respect the classics, man.
Yeah.
You do the whole live tree thing.
Who does that?
That seems like a nightmare.
Infinity Bro Isaac says trees are super cheap on Christmas Eve.
That's because they're dead.
You may have this tree. It is dead.
One of my cousins, they loved getting the real Christmas trees. And just going over there, the needles are all over the floor. It's like, I could not handle all this.
It smells like a forest in there.
I mean, it smells
you gotta
fine.
water it
That's
regularly.
a nice smell. I do like that
smells,
smell.
Yeah, but
it's like a New York taxi cab with the little pine tree in the mirror.
And some people go out and like literally chop down their own tree. Like, I can't think of a worse tradition. Have to go chop a tree down and drag that back up. Like that's intense right there. That is
dedication.
Marathon stuff.
So none of us here have ever done a live tree. I've never done this. Actually, done a live tree.
No.
I have.
I've seen live trees. I'm not going to bring it inside my house.
I've seen them. That's why I don't have them.
Yes.
I have done a live tree.
Inside scoop. Let's hear it. What's so cool about it?
It wasn't too bad. I got it from, I think, Lowe's. They sell Christmas trees.
That's fake. You have to chop it down or it's not real.
Sucker.
No, I had somebody else do it for me because I'm lazy.
I would 100% do that as well. I'd pay more for somebody else to chop it down.
Chris the Rock says that we had a real one for the last
For the
10
last
years.
10 years.
It lasted 10
Whoa.
years. How did you do that?
Secrets that long? No way.
That is a miracle
ki-
tree right
I-
there.
Fake
Canadian
news.
trees.
Calling it fake news.
That
right
thing
there.
looks
Those are
like a
like
Charlie
hot
Brown
coal.
Christmas tree when you're done.
The maple syrup.
They celebrate it because he has one in his front lawn. They just celebrate outside. That's how he's been doing it for 10
Oh
straight
gosh,
years.
it's like negative 10 degrees, and they're like,
All right, kids, come
What
on
did you
in
get
your
for
PJs.
Christmas? "Give
Oh,
me
here
my
we go.
No
legs."
socks.
We got somebody chopping down their own tree. Infinity Bro Isaac. We used to go and chop down our own tree. Whoa.
It was a fun
Now,
family
was that like
day.
a chainsaw, or did you do like the axe thing?
I feel like you can't
And-
even do the chainsaw. You got to axe it if you're going to chop down
It
a
was the
Christmas
whole
tree.
day.
Ask
He
you a
wrote it was
question.
the whole day. They had to use an axe.
But did you
Takes a
also
They
long
give you a
time.
pair of
flannel?
scissors.
That's what they did for when they were kids. Dad would be like, "Here you go, son. Here you go, Isaac."
He's been trying to
Figure it
chop
out."
down this tree for the last 10 years.
Oh, they use a
Ooh.
long saw. Okay.
Like in the cartoons where they go back and forth, and
I
like
would
some
use
of them
that,
go through
honestly.
the tree.
I would like to try and use one of those. I've never used one. Only for about 5 seconds, though.
Yeah, like nap.
And then I'll have the professional
Then
just
you go
cut
to
the rest of
Target.
it.
Yeah, we got
I'll hang it on my wall.
a pre-chopped Christmas tree from Lowe's,
Ooh.
and I think
Pre-chop.
once they pull it from their stock, they actually like trim it off. Like they'll take a chainsaw and trim the excess off of it so it's nice and shaped.
Okay.
And then obviously you bring it home and you stick it in a tree holder. It's like this plastic holder that you can like turn these like screws so that it'll keep it straight and in place so it won't fall.
Is it hard to get straight, like standing straight up?
You got to have somebody help you a little bit just to keep it straight. But once you do that, you've got to water it immediately because the branches, they like descend. They start to drop once it actually gets water and it actually fans out. And you've got to water it regularly. Like I want to say it's like every other
4
day
minutes.
maybe or something
You
like
say
that.
water it, though. Are you just meaning like put water in the bottom, or you just come in with just a hose shower?
Hose in it
Yes.
down.
Right in the middle of the living room.
Yes.
Like a sprinkler. It's just like
Gosh, why is everything wet? This is not
Everything is-
Christmas.
everything's
No, so there's space in the container, like the tree holder thing,
I
to
got
where you put water in that, and it takes the water in that way. You got to do it on the regular because if it dries up too much, that's a fire hazard because that thing can catch on fire. So you got to do it on the regular. And yeah, the sucky thing is, obviously when you're carrying it in, the tree is like sticky from all the sap and stuff, and so you get it all over your hands. And then yeah, of course, as the days go by, the tree starts to shed.
I'd imagine when you're getting it out,
starts
like,
to
there
what?
is just needles
Shed.
everywhere.
Shed.
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 Starts to plop.
So yeah, once you
hot
throw it
needles.
out, which the nice thing is about our area, they have actual Christmas tree pickup. Like the city does that, where you can put it out to the street and they'll pick it up for you once you're done with it.
Now, does it have like a best buy date, like on milk?
No.
Can you just kind of
They
look at the
sear it
little?
right into the
All right. Fair
No,
enough.
but yeah. So once you're done with it, there's like tons of pine needles you got to vacuum up. So yeah, we haven't done a live tree in quite a while. So yeah, we just stick to the old fake tree, and we
Old
actually got
fakey.
even more lazy. We got the pre-lit Christmas tree. So you
Yep.
just
Did
set
that
it up.
when I lived in the U.S.
That's exactly what
amazing.
we have also.
yes.
Yeah. There's nothing like wrapping lights around, and then you get to the end, and you're either too short or too long,
Not
and you
even
just are
close.
like, just shove it all
And everything's like all bunched in
You're
one
never-
portion of the tree, and so it looks horrible.
Oh, it's the worst.
You have to turn it on to see what it looks like.
Or if you forget to turn it on, but turn the lights on before you wrap the tree, and then you have like chunks of lights that are out.
Yep. Made that mistake once or twice.
Dude, this Christmas tree
bad.
that I have, I forgot about this. By the way, it's apparently since last Christmas. This thing, it's just 3 pieces, right? You put the main piece down,
Yep.
base, and literally when you just put when you put it in the like spot, like it automatically is powered. Like I don't even have to like plug in the pieces together. Like it's just automatically lit.
Nice.
Basically, when you put it into place, like the whole thing works.
Yep.
It's got like 6
Nice.
settings. It can flash like all different colors. It could just be white. Like that's pretty sweet.
Yep.
Nice.
Some high-tech stuff. Very nice.
Very nice.
I will say that my father-in-law is very much like Chris the Rock and used to do a live tree every year, which Chris verified, by the way, in the chat and said that they did do a different tree every year. So it was not one tree.
Good, good, good.
Not the miracle tree.
Just a petrified tree.
It's just like, but yeah, he would do. Mindy's parents would do a live tree for a few years, and then they would plant it in the backyard. And now, I mean, they don't own the property anymore, but where they used to own, they have like at least half a dozen Christmas trees that are now like you could not fit them in the house.
They actually
grew up to
grow
be-
even after that.
If you get, if you get them to, you can get Christmas trees where they dig out the roots and then they have like I helped them move it, and buddy, let me tell you how heavy.
That's got like a big ball
that
at the
tree
bottom.
was. Yep. So that's my only experience with it. I never did it myself, but they did it, and more power to them. They did a good job.
Gotcha.
You ever Jim Gaffigan does a joke about Christmas. He's like the whole Christmas thing. It's really seems like the behavior of a drunk man. Really, he's like, all right, we'll chop this tree down, and we'll bring it in here. We'll take these lights out, we'll put them out there.
I love his delivery. We'll take this tree. We'll put it in here.
Exactly right.
Man.
So Infinity Bro Isaac says, I even strung up lights on the house this year. We legit.
Yeah, you
Does
are.
sound
That
legit.
is legit.
Bernabe asks, so did you catch the Christmas star tonight? No, because freaking clouds.
No.
Yeah, we couldn't see anything. What about you guys? Were you guys able to see it at all?
Yes. Yeah. So we were able to see it for maybe 10 minutes, and then the clouds were rolling in.
Nice.
But yeah, we saw it. It was pretty. It wasn't as bright as I thought it would have been. But I was looking on Facebook, and I saw that the Cincinnati Observatory had magnified it, and you could see Saturn's rings, which was really cool.
Nice. That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
here in Brazil, we don't have stars.
No grass, no stars.
Sad.
What is life there?
No, here in Brazil, it's 80 degrees and raining.
Ugh.
That's what we got. That's what we got to
Yeah.
work
Sounds
with.
awesome.
So, yeah, it's magical. I'm dreaming of a soggy Christmas.
Dude, I was so bummed because like the Northeast and stuff here in the States, they got hit big time with snow. And we
Yes.
we barely we had a dusting for like less than 5 minutes. And then it changed to rain and
Aren't we supposed to have snow though, Pat? For
Yeah.
Christmas?
We're supposed to
a
have
big one.
some snow. Yeah, some
I've heard
serious
that
snow
for you
So
guys.
so jealous.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, for you. Well,
I think Mel
every
posted-
Sunday we talk to our family.
Yeah.
Every Sunday we talk to our family, and they're like, "We're supposed to have a white Christmas." I'm like,
Yeah.
"You enjoy. Good for you. We are not."
It's always awesome until all that snow melts and everything's just gross.
It's
Yeah.
so soggy and just
Oh
wet
man, it's the
everywhere.
worst. You can't even
It's
step
like
in the
Mark's
grass.
living room. It's crazy.
Yeah, with his live tree.
Everything
during our
is wet.
During our Christmas chat, we do want to know, guys, those of you that are still hanging with us, we want to know, what are your Christmas traditions? What are your favorite things to do? Do you have any favorite ornaments? We know you can't show us, but you can feel free to go to our Discord or go to Twitter, show off your favorite ornaments. I am prepared back here with some of my favorite ornaments. I don't know if Patrick, Ronnie, or Mark have theirs as well. We'll get to that here in a few. But what kind of Christmas traditions have you guys been doing this year or done in the past? You can go as far back as when you were kids. What kind of stuff do you like to do for Christmas, gearing up for it, or even during the Christmas?
Yeah, we do a couple things. One is Mel buys books or goes to our bookshelf and wraps books. So we wrap 24 books, and the kids open one each night, and we read it as a family. And it could be, most of them are Christmas books. Some of them may be just related to Christmas or some of our favorite books. And they're more like the children's books, like the 15, 20, 25 page books. It could be like The Big Red Dog, Clifford. It could be
Christmas shoes. Did you get the Christmas shoes book and sing it to
Oh,
your
could be
kids?
Sir, I wanna
something-
buy these shoes.
You should
That was
totally
good.
get it and have Mark sing it to him, like
I
those
wish we
ones
could
where
just
you
get
can
that clip
record.
for our show.
Yeah, you can record on the book. Have you guys seen those where you can
Yes.
record
Yes.
your voice on? Totally do that with Mark singing Christmas shoes.
Yeah, and then
awesome.
there would be a tradition every year to listen to Mark sing Christmas shoes. Mark, don't you want
Mark,
that for us?
Absolutely.
That's what I want. I request
When
that.
I first got on and I was like, he's got a guitar, I was like, it's happening. It's happening.
Oh,
I was so
Let's do it.
stressed out, I completely forgot about it.
It'll be the
'cause I was
outro.
gonna totally play.
Yeah, we'll do the outro.
yeah. So we do the books, and we also do the Elf on a Shelf. We've been doing that for 7, 8, 9 years, something like that.
Do you find it hard to come up with new ideas all the time? Like, do you have to do one per night?
Yeah, so we kind of cheat a little
Load 'em
bit,
up?
and for like probably half the days, he brings something for them to do. So that could be like bringing a
Like
gingerbread
clean up
house,
their room?
or
Yeah.
do something like that. So it's just like something easy. I used to when Claire was into it, and it was magical for her. It would be elaborate. I would make like zip lines that go across the room, and he's hanging on a zip line, or just stuff that was very, very elaborate. But now that it's like the 9th year, I'm like, he's just gonna sit on the counter
Just throw
and
some dirt on him.
he's gonna bring Hershey Kisses to the kids. That's I'm going to bed.
Are they Hershey Kisses, Patrick? Or are
Oh,
they?
yeah. Or Reese
they-
Reese cups,
are they
or
art plops?
Butterfingers.
Little plops.
Yeah, we've done that. We've done
You've
that.
done that
Yep.
one. I'm sure you
Of
have.
course you have.
Uh-huh.
Now, some people have some seriously elaborate ones that they
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Like
That's
you see them
them
online
online.
and stuff. It's like, God, I am not creative at all, apparently.
Like in the early stages, it was fun because we've never done it before. But now we're just like, you know what?
Recycling old ideas and stuff.
There are times when it's like I wake up at 1:30 in the morning, like I gotta do something about the elf.
Have you guys seen
You
the
just
one?
like shove them into the food processor or the garbage disposal. Just like fine.
Have you guys seen the one where it's Thanos and somebody has like ground up some like candy cane, and so it looks like
I
dust.
have seen that.
And they
have
put the
seen
little
that one.
Santa hat on it, so it looks
It
like.
looks like he
That's amazing.
snapped.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, there's a lot of different ideas out there for sure. That some that we've done, some that we haven't done. But like you said, Ronnie, some of them are just too elaborate that I'm not gonna build.
I feel like
this
once you
huge,
get crazy with it, then you have to keep it up.
topping yourself every
Crazier.
year.
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, you don't want to set the bar high. Do the high bar on Christmas Eve, and that's it.
You
the
want to
big
set the
thing
bar
on
medium
Christmas
to
Eve.
low the rest of the days.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Mhm.
He's
Oh,
just
look,
sitting.
he's laying in the middle of the living room today.
So some of them are just he's just like sitting on the Christmas wreath, looking outside. That's all he's doing. It's like, it's fine.
Wishing he could leave. Wishing he could escape this cycle of madness.
Maybe
He's
next
insane.
year, if the
trapped in this house.
coronavirus is still happening, just be like, oh, you can't come this year. There's quarantining up in the North Pole.
He just put little X's on his face, get real morbid. Did you give him a little mask yet? Like so he could mask up?
Hey
No,
kids,
that
let me
means
talk
that
to
would
you
mean
about
that I'd
death.
have to like make the mask, and that's
yeah.
way
Mel's
too much
Mel's the mask maker. She can make you one
work. She could, but
for-
she's not.
for Elf. Does he have a
Do you
name?
see,
Or
do
is
you
he
see
just
Chris the Rock here has 5 Christmas trees total in his house? Do you guys have a bunch of Christmas trees?
Dude, that is weak.
rookie
I- You
numbers,
got that?
right,
You got more
Patrick?
than
Rookie, you gotta pump those numbers up. We get 8.
we got 8.
Yeah. Now are they all full size like this?
Shame on your
Not the
5
we have
Christmas
we have
trees.
one 9-foot tree, and then we have 3 6-foot trees, and then a couple 5, and then 2 small ones.
You decorate all of them?
Yeah.
You have that many like ornaments and stuff, like for 8 trees?
Yeah, we have the kids have their own trees. They have their own personal ornaments on them, and then Mel's with us being in our mid to late 30s now, that both of our families have gotten ornaments throughout our years, and we get
Yeah.
a new ornament every year, so we're able to do that. We also got some of those filler ornaments, like just a balls and candy canes and things like that.
Yeah,
Nice.
good stuff. Well, in our house, we like to do every night an advent calendar. I have a fabric advent calendar that my mom made many moons ago that I used to use when I was a
Nice.
little kid.
Yeah.
And we didn't use it for the first couple years, and then my dad found it in a box and was like, "Lucas, do you want to use this?" And I'm like, "You kidding me?" Like, I grew up like these little ornaments. You pretty much grab there's little pockets for all 24 days leading up to Christmas, and they just have little string, and then you just get little pins, and you just pin it up, and you work your way up, or you move all around the tree and just put Jesus at the top on the star on Christmas Eve. And speaking of setting the bar too high, Ronnie, the very first year we did it, I gave the kids a present, like a sticker or a little card, like a Pokemon card or something, every single night that we did it. That was the dumbest thing I could have ever done.
Yes.
Because guess what's come up
It
every
was
year when
probably
I haven't
great
done that?
until the next year.
Oh, the next year it was like every other day. And then the year after that, it was like every
Slowly
week.
bleeding them.
Every
On
24
Sundays.
days.
And then this year, the kids are like, "Are we getting anything?" It's like 3 days before, and I'm like, maybe. And then my son finds stickers that I meant to give to them during the Advent calendar, and I'd forgotten. And I'm like,
Oh no.
"You're not getting that." So I just panicked. I don't know what happened. Totally forgot. I was really bummed. But
That's funny.
but every year too, we get our hands on like either a coloring book or for a few years we got like an advent calendar that had chocolate and scripture. So like you'd pop it open and it'd read a little scripture and then have like a chocolate inside. But then last year it was covered in ants.
Oh.
We abandoned that one. It's because Mindy's parents had saved it for us, and then they brought it from the U.S. They brought some American ants to us. We had to kill them all. And yeah, so that
Thanks,
didn't work
Mom.
out.
Thanks, Dad.
I know, right? So this year we just did coloring books. They were
Could've
very
started
disappointed
up
they
a-
didn't get chocolate.
American ant farm or something.
Yeah, they'd eat all the grass. Oh wait, there's no grass. Maybe they plant it.
They'd eat the grass inside too.
Yeah, they would. But then other than that, my wife's cookies, they are a Christmas tradition. She makes ginger cookies, Oreo cheesecake cookies, cranberry orange
Oreo
shortbread cookies.
cheesecake. Man, that sounds
it's so good.
fantastic.
Every year
sir.
she makes at least a dozen different types, and I can hear myself
That's
getting
legit.
fatter.
That's legit.
Man, my mouth
Yeah.
is salivating right
I'm
now. just thinking
dying
about
right
the
now for
Oreo
one of these.
cheesecake.
The holiday weight I carry every year
I'm
is
bathing
worth it.
those.
Bathe in it. It's awesome. Yeah, I just pile them all together, and I'm like Scrooge McDuck, and I just dive in and eat it all up. It's awesome.
She makes a lot.
That
She
is a
does.
lot
She
of
makes a
cookies,
lot
dude.
of cookies, and this year the kids are helping, which has been good and bad.
Yeah.
Like there's been a few batches that the cookies started out this size, and by the time they come out of the oven, they're this big. They're like this thin, and I'm just like scraping it up. I'm like, we'll put it on ice cream. It'll be awesome. She made these chocolate brownie cookies. It's going on ice cream. It's
There you
perfect.
go.
I was like,
Exactly.
no complaints here. And then last minute Christmas shopping. That's the last tradition I wanted to share.
Tradition.
That we love to do.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. Christmas Eve. Can't wait. We're actually going shopping tomorrow.
Nice.
I think I
Good
might be
times.
going shopping tomorrow also. So
Yeah.
I know where you're at.
Is that a tradition, Ronnie?
No.
What do you
Last
guys-
minute shopping?
Honestly, it's just laziness.
What are you guys looking for? Turbo Man?
You got to get the
Are you,
Turbo
talking, are, you
Man
talking,
doll.
are you talking to me or Lucas?
It's a Turbo Man.
Any of you guys.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
You
I'm just
haven't
going
gotten
out and
Turbo
seeing
Man
what-
by now. You're screwed.
I just
Ronnie, I'm exact same way.
I do my best work when I'm backed into a corner.
Exactly. You just
Improv.
browsing, looking around. Someone's like,
Yeah,
what do
no,
you
I
want
have
for
no
Christmas?
clue.
I don't know. Yeah. You just go out there.
I hate
go out
having
there
to tell
looking around?
people like what you want for Christmas because it's like I don't like what do you even say? You know, when somebody's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" It's like, well,
Gift card.
I mean,
Yep.
just,
Oh, that was quick.
I just like cold cash, honestly, probably.
Yeah,
You can't really
exactly.
say
Yeah.
that.
You
Greenbacks.
can't. It's yeah.
Perfect. What
Ronnie,
about
you got any other traditions?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about traditions?
So we don't really have any traditions yet, I guess.
Yet.
Established. This is only our second Christmas together.
It's all good.
So
You got time.
Early.
I
yet.
think last year, in all fairness, I don't think we put up the tree last year. I was trying to recall, but I don't think it made it up last year.
All right.
For me, like I guess my like favorite Christmas tradition has always been we always go over to my mom's on on Christmas Eve, and like we do our own little gift exchange like before the big family stuff. Like my grandma comes to that, and like I think sometimes one of my aunts is there, but it's just we eat a lot of food and then just kind of sit around, and it's just like the only thing really that I've ever really wanted to do my whole life, honestly. Like
Great. That sounds
Yeah,
awesome.
I know it is. And then on actual Christmas Day, like when all the family's there, we always get everybody brings like a jar like of change and like actual like money, and we all play like poker. So and it's really fun. Like there'll be 8 or 10 people playing, and
Nice.
it gets pretty rowdy, but it's always a really good time.
Cool. That sounds like my old school Thanksgivings with my mom's side of the family. That's what we would do.
Yeah.
Definitely. Good stuff. Lots of eating and euchre and pool.
Yeah. Yeah. We do sometimes get into the euchre tournaments. That's for sure.
The old euchre tournaments. Sweet.
Nice.
All right. Mark, how about you, buddy?
Traditions, obviously putting up all the decorations and all that kind of stuff. I love going looking at Christmas lights. So anytime I can do that, like there's one about 20 minutes away. That's like this big drive-through setup you can go through. I love looking at all the Christmas lights that are set up around town. Like radio stations around here and stuff have actually posted like a route you can go on for different like really nice Christmas displays and stuff like that. Cool. Obviously, we're not doing that this year. I mean, I guess we could because we would be in the car.
Yeah, you're in your car.
But
as long as you get your mask on if you roll the windows down.
Yeah,
true.
It'll be fine.
We get that out in the air.
Yep. But yeah, we typically do that. Christmas movies. We have the favorites: Home Alone, Santa Claus, White Christmas. Haven't watched that yet. Need to watch that.
Elf.
Elf. Got that done. Got that done pretty early.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Die Hard.
We haven't watched Die Hard this
we
year.
Haven't either.
That's a pretty recent one for us.
That's a tradition that I would like to start.
Watch
the first Die Hard every single year. Yeah.
You have to watch it Christmas Eve though. That's
true.
It's the only time you can watch
There's something magic about that. Bruce Willis on Christmas Eve.
Tradition for me, Batman Returns. That is very much a Christmas
movie.
That actually would probably be a pretty good one.
Yeah. Very much a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
If you don't agree, fight me.
What are you guys fighting over? Christmas traditions. All right.
Batman Returns, Christmas movie.
Yep.
Almost 20-year-old movie.
You do you, man.
But yeah, that's a lot of the typical stuff. I've got to get, the Christmas type foods and stuff like around this time of year. Like eggnog is big for me. I love eggnog. Gingerbread cookies, which I actually have some here with me. Gotta have that. And all those foods that are very Christmas oriented. Like I literally went out and got pecan pie because I was like, I gotta have some of that stuff for this season. I love me some pecan pie.
Ooh, pecan pie paired with some vanilla ice cream topped with whipped cream.
Yep.
Oh my!
I'm salivating now. It's my turn. So good.
But
I don't want to be the black sheep here, but I despise pecan pie.
You make me sad.
But that's normal because it's like you either love pecan pie or you hate it.
I don't like the way it tastes.
ground.
I don't even like the way that it looks. It's
good.
terrible.
I'll take your
Do you
pieces.
not like pecans or everything about the pecan pie?
I mean, pecans, like, if you eat them by themselves, they're just, they're not anything special.
They're kind of bland. They're much better with sugar and stuff all
Yeah,
that.
like the reason that people like pecan pie is because it's just completely sugar filled.
Absolutely.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pecan pumpkin pie, best of both worlds. So good.
I had my piece of pumpkin pie this year already.
You did.
I'm
You
good for
already
another
got
couple
that
years
5 years.
now. Yeah.
Yep. It's all
Nice.
good.
But yeah, those
You
are.
guys like eggnog? Like,
I do.
Obviously likes it.
I'm like
I do.
I'm like you, Ronnie, with the eggnog or with the pumpkin pie. I can have eggnog, and then I'll be good for like 5 years because I'm like it's not something I crave.
I feel like I can only drink like a half cup of eggnog. Like it's just like a whole like big cup of eggnog.
shot
It's
glass?
Like, it's
All right, that's
yeah.
all
Honestly, like a
fucking
shot
do.
of eggnog would probably be perfect.
Shots of eggnog. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go either way. I really like eggnog. They don't have it here in Brazil. I did look up a recipe, and I have to cook eggs at 118 degrees to not cook them, but to not to pasteurize them, but to
Cultivate.
cultivate them. To get rid of the salmonella or the whatever stuff can happen if you. I like raw eggs, so bring it. I'm like Rocky Balboa. Hey yo,
Wait.
what are you doing?
Wait, what?
Let's
You just
drink
like
some eggs.
you drink
You
them?
do like raw eggs?
Hold on a second.
No, I don't drink them. I don't think it tastes bad though. You just
I've never tried it,
Just like that. Boop.
yeah.
but I've kind of wanted to. I mean,
Sound
like
effects.
I feel like I need
Yeah.
to try that.
I like the over easy
fun.
eggs. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
cook
like
them a little
over
bit.
easy.
but I
Yeah,
can't
so
do-
eggnog, you have to keep them raw though. You can't cook them or they'll get all solid and that's gross. And then you don't want like solid chunks in eggnog. Blech.
Like egg powder.
Egg like chunky egg oatmeal.
Do they sell that like orange juice with and without pulp? Do they do that with eggnog? With and without with
Gross.
chunks?
Eggnog with pulp.
If I ever take a drink of eggnog and there's chunks in it, it will be the last drink of eggnog I ever take.
That is correct.
It'll
It will be the
thing
last
you
drink,
do.
period.
Like,
Yeah, I agree with that on all fronts. The last thing I wanted to share with you guys, I don't know if you guys have any ornaments, but I wanted to share a few. My family requested I share some,
Go for it.
so if I can throw these out real quick,
I do have
and
one.
then
but go
for those
it.
that also want to share,
yeah.
You do that. While you're grabbing them, I will say that my mother has every ornament that I've ever made, like when I was in elementary school, like still on her
Does
tree
she?
every year.
It's
Yeah.
so awesome.
Isn't that
So
awesome?
like when I go back and I'm like, yeah, I definitely was not good at artsy stuff. Like I was awful.
But
So
they
she's
love
like
it.
so excited. Like every year she has to get them all down, show Elizabeth and stuff, and it's like, oh man.
Stop it. You're like, don't.
Yeah, I know I'm not talented. Like thank you. That's not my realm.
So the first
But
one
we
I want
don't-
to share, this is my favorite.
Nice.
That
This
is
is
cool,
Raphael.
dude.
What is hanging there?
That's sweet. That is
Got a little pull string.
sweet.
We'll not focus on the awkward positioning of the pull string, but it is what it is.
Do not focus
Pull
on
it,
that.
and he dances.
That looks like Pat's guy
Raphael.
on Arc.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would do that too
How
if
old
you
is
were.
that, Lucas?
This is
How
went
old
from
is
when I
that?
was 6 years old. So this is probably
To say like that's
25 years old.
vintage. Like you can't even
That
find
looks-
them like
Oh,
that.
it's made of
anymore.
wood.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that is vintage.
That looks like it's still in
stuff.
good condition.
Yeah,
It is mint condition.
mint.
It's
baby.
nice.
It's got this paper clip to hold it up at the top.
We have a few of those.
That's a big ornament, man. You'd have to find a sturdy branch for that bad boy. We're gonna see it
Oh,
pull
it's
a
like
little tree
balsa
down in the
wood.
background.
It's like the cheapest wood you could do, where it's just like no,
I gotcha.
it's not heavy at all. Here's another one. This is the Taz light. It lights up when you press the little button because he's eating the
Oh,
lights.
man, you got some pretty
Nice.
sweet ornaments.
So this
that
is my
also looks
son's.
vintage.
No, this one's not. This one we got for my son when he was, I mean, it's like 7 years old. We got it when he was, I think it was his first or second Christmas. This is actually the second one because the first one got stolen because he
Oh.
wanted to take it to school.
Oh.
And
Oh darn.
Mindy and I were like, you shouldn't do that, buddy. And like they had a classroom tree and everybody brought an ornament to put on. Yeah, you know, a kid ganked that Tasmanian toy, that Tasmanian ornament. And so
Dang,
the
that
teacher felt so
sucks.
bad that she bought him a new one.
Hmm.
Hey,
Kudos
let
to
me
the
ask you this
teacher.
question: is Taz like still a thing like among kids? Because like when we were growing up, like it
don't
was
know.
pretty
It's a good
big, but
question.
like I haven't even heard of it since the last time I watched Space Jam, probably a few years ago.
I don't think he is. If I were to, I could still do a mean Taz impression.
When we were
though.
kids, man, like there was Taz everything.
Well, they had like the cartoon, like the
Yeah.
the newer one that was on like the 90s and all that.
He never even said anything.
Yeah, it was just like blah 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 blah.
This is nothing. Easiest character to write ever.
He'd grunt little sayings and stuff, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Didn't they give him subtitles sometimes?
Probably.
Huh.
It's been a long time,
Maybe.
so I don't.
It has been a while.
Been a
This
while.
is the one James wanted me to show.
Nice.
Ooh,
Homecoming Spider-Man.
That is nice.
You were so proud when he said that, weren't you? Like you need to
I
show the
was. I was
Spider-Man.
just like,
Yes.
he was like, should I do this one or my first year ornament, which is like just a big fat elephant? I'm like, come on. You want Spider-Man.
It's MCU
He's like,
Spider-Man
nice.
too.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. That's a legit one.
It is a legit one. For sure.
That's
Nice,
vintage
dude.
as well, by the way.
Vintage.
Yeah, vintage from
Yeah.
2015. This is my daughter's. This is her first year Christmas. She's
Nice.
reaching up to grab a flower. This is the one she chose. She chose
That's awesome.
a nice, meaningful Christmas one.
Yeah,
So,
those are my favorite. Is the baby's first Christmas, and they have the pictures of both Claire and Clark, and we have a couple of those, and it's just like, I don't know, when you put it up on the tree, on the Christmas tree each year, it just you just remember how little they were.
Yeah,
It's I love those. Those are my absolute favorite.
and it's your opportunity to get a little jab in and be like, "Remember when you were cute?"
Yeah,
And they're like,
look at your fat
Mom."
face. Look how fat your face is. You're a chunko.
Last one. This is the one my wife chose. And it's
The most
stuck on
interesting
the
tree in the world back there. Like, is that a dinosaur on the top too? Like, there's something.
It's got to be.
There's
It's got to be
everything.
Brontosaurus back there.
There is everything on that tree.
Hey, Pixar's represented. That's the good dinosaur. That's right.
Of course, it is.
This is Mindy's. This is a traditional oxen cart from Costa Rica, and it was made in Costa Rica, made of wood, just like the Ninja Turtles.
I thought you were grabbing a hairbrush.
Oh, where is my hairbrush?
It works actually. That's a good
Hey,
idea.
yeah.
Back scratcher. But yeah,
Back scratcher.
she has
Multi-purpose ornament.
She brought dozens of ornaments from dozens of countries, being a world traveler. So
That's cool.
Nice.
That is
she
sweet.
makes our Christmas tree very multicultural. Yeah. So there's just a few I wanted to highlight, share with you guys. Since we're doing video, you got to take advantage of the moment.
Sweet.
And,
Oh, yeah.
this won't work next week when we do the podcast. And I'm like, look at this.
So
What's this?
what's
with
this?
my voice?
What's this?
Your mind's eye. Yes, magic everywhere.
Yeah. My
All
my hold on. I'm gonna grab my
Grab it.
favorite.
Hurry.
ornament.
Here, I'll do mine while you're grabbing yours, Pat. So real quick, it's funny you mentioned Spider-Man. Now there are several I could have chosen from. I could have done the ornament that I used to propose to my wife. Yeah, it's a
Is it
first.
Spider-Man?
No,
Spider-Man.
it says
awesome.
it says first Christmas engaged on it, and that
yes.
was me giving her a present. She opened it up and she's like, "What?" And then I got down on one knee.
Nice.
Yeah, but the one I chose to bring up, which is actually one of our most recent ornaments, and it's funny that you mentioned Spider-Man, because this is the one
Nice.
I chose. And I actually got this one to commemorate my best friend James, who you guys know he passed away just over a year ago. And we got this ornament because he was a huge Spider-Man fan to commemorate him and put on the tree every year. So
Very cool.
that is the one I chose. All right, Pat, go right ahead.
Yeah. My favorite ornament does not have a backstory to it. It is just a piece of bacon.
Tim Pollard, are you watching? Are you listening? Are you salivating right now?
That's all it is. Just a big, huge, thick cut piece of bacon.
There you go.
Patrick wins.
That'd be funny. No, it's actual bacon. Like
It's cured. It was cured and everything. It was laminated or whatever you do with.
It was
with
just
stuff
like
that.
Chris Rock's tree, a 10-year-old tree.
Yeah,
cut
it's a
from the
10-year-old
same
piece of
tree.
bacon.
Yep, 10-year-old piece of bacon, sprayed it with hairspray, and it preserved it.
Yeah, procure it and everything. But yeah,
Nice.
there's no reason for it. I just love bacon. And I love how it's
appreciate you
just
sharing it
how huge it is. It's not just like a thin, microwavable piece of bacon. Like it's a thick cut.
It's a farm fresh piece right there.
It's huge.
THICC thick. Nice.
It's hilarious. All right. Ronnie, do you have an ornament you want to share?
No, I don't. I actually went out 2 years ago and when I bought my Christmas tree, I was a bachelor at the time, and I had one of my friends who was a girl actually go out and help me get a Christmas tree that looked adult-ish. So I just have a bunch of like ornaments that I bought that are all just, color coded.
Good old color coded. It's all good.
Yep.
It's early yet, so
It looked really.
give it time.
It's pretty adult. Like it looks like a real person lives here.
Yep.
Which is what I was going for.
That's good because you gotta represent. Because I don't know that I'll ever have an adult looking tree. Like it's always gonna look like our memories just like threw up on the tree and pictures.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, that is what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's cool. All right, guys, we are gonna actually, as is tradition, we don't have time to do Bamboozled, so we're gonna save that for post Christmas. So study up, fellas. You better be ready, because the winner is gonna get a special prize.
Really?
GMG
No,
Plus.
No,
I
not
just
at
wanted
all.
to say that.
Okay. Bragging
I just
rights.
wanted to say
Okay.
that. The prize
Weird, because
is
normally we get nothing except for embarrassed.
that is true. But you know what? Maybe you'll have a special prize. We'll see. It'll be a surprise. So
I don't know if
a
any of us are going to
surprise.
hold our breaths on that
be a
promise.
surprise.
The cookies are in the mail.
It's up to
The
you.
ants
Yeah,
are
Mindy,
in the mail.
Mindy made all the reject cookies that we couldn't quite get off the tray. I'm just mailing a box of it to you.
They're not,
I'll take
these
them
aren't
with-
even
I'll-
good enough to go on ice cream.
I'll take them with the aluminum
Yeah.
foil still attached.
Yes, just lick it off. All right. Well, that is all for. Did we have any other joiner thoughts or traditions? My chat's been broken for the past 45 minutes.
I have not seen any.
All right. We still love you guys. It's all
Yes.
good. We're glad you could join us. That is all for this Christmas extravaganza, this live show, this Christmas special, brought to you by Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. Last chance to please rate and review us on podcasts, services around the globe, Apple, Stitcher, Podchaser. And of course, you can also join us for a little conversation, little hang on Discord, Twitch, email. All those links and stuff are in the show notes. You can check it out there. You can also call us at 929-GMG Guys. You can let your voice be heard. And then speaking of what should be heard, Mark, what is the latest additions for the GMG music playlist on
What have you
Spotify
got
and
today?
Apple Music?
So funny you should say that because you guys actually get to take part in what we picked today, and it is not going to be a literal addition to the playlist. And the reason I say that is because I would hate for it to be May and all of a sudden Christmas music plays while you're listening to the playlist.
Why would you feel bad for that? That's glorious. It brings joy to children around the world.
I suppose. I guess I can add it. But the fun thing is, you get to pick what's your favorite Christmas song. If you have a particular version of it, or if you just want to pick one song, and we'll pick any rendition of it.
Yep, I go first. I'm going first.
Go for it.
Go.
Dang
Bing
it.
Crosby's I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas.
There you
Let's
go.
do it.
Yes.
Love it.
Love
The
it.
Christmas song by Nat King Cole.
Very nice. Phil Wickham's rendition of O Come, Emmanuel, which is my favorite Christmas carol.
It's good.
All right, every part of me wants to pick DMX, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer right here, but I have to be serious.
What?
I have to be serious because that may be the worst song I've
Rudolph
ever
the
actually heard in
Red-Nosed
my life.
Reindeer.
It's bad. Mine is A Marshmallow World by Dean Martin.
That's a deep cut.
It is.
Wow.
It's got that really just old sound to it. Like it's just a classic. Yeah.
Sounds good. My backup song was The Night Santa Went Crazy by Weird Al Yankovic.
Nice. You know what my
That would have
backup
gone with
is?
your reindeer song. What's yours?
So wanna buy these shoes.
So glad.
No, that is what should be on there. No other song.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Putting it on there.
Just put it on there.
Yep.
It'll bring
Hey,
a smile to our face, and then we'll go skip.
As soon as that baby comes up, like I'm blown.
It'll
by
still be
that.
stuck in our heads. The
you'll
whole
get that
day.
really
Oh,
cheesy
man.
80s synth. Da-da-da, da-da. Nope.
Like, what is it? No, not again.
Let's get a Marc Boucher cover and put it on there.
Sure.
Yeah, how many
I'll have
versions
to-
of the shoe song are there? You should put all of them on this.
I don't know. I feel
German,
like
Chinese.
We
new
should
song's
remove
the only
everything
one
we
that
have
touches
on and
that.
only put that.
Except for Christmas
Those are the
shoes.
only songs we have on there.
Just put that same song on there 25 times.
So, real quick, we've got a few people in the chat. The Infinity Bro Isaac says, Merry Christmas, guys. Love you all. Chris the Rock says, Merry Christmas. Small Genie 49 jumping in, unfortunately, on the tail end, says, Hey, guys. Hey!
Bye.
Hey, Small Genie.
Thrift Dude, Mr. Will, says, Merry Christmas, guys. I'm going to point out, Infinity Bro Isaac says, any song off of Reliant K's Christmas album, Let It Snow Baby, Let It Rain Dear. One of my favorite Christmas albums. Absolutely love that CD.
Nice. Add the whole album.
He
Just
says, there you go.
That everything.
Litter it with Christmas.
Yes to all.
Add DMX while we're at it.
Yeah, might as well.
And he says he could listen to that album on repeat all Christmas. Agreed. Absolutely. But I hope those songs help you get your good morning on and your Christmas on, no matter what time of the year it is. So enjoy this in May.
Fantastic. For sure they will. All right, guys. We are going to continue our video game list building next week. So we're going to add some more video games. So Ronnie, be ready. You need to at least have 5 video games prepared.
It seems like I just have to stack every time, man.
I think it's only 2.
I'm
So
doing
each of
Google
us will-
searches.
Each of us will bring 2. And then also next week, we will be doing a little bit of 2020 in review, talking about our favorite movies, songs, video games, whatever comes to mind. So Patrick, you got a week to finish The Witcher, and then you can tell us how it's your favorite game of 2020.
I got it. Challenge accepted.
Nice.
Fantastic. We might even be talking a little bit about the old Mandalorian season 2 spoiler cast. Maybe.
Maybe.
We hope to see you there
Maybe.
Mayhaps.
once we drop it, because it won't be live like this one. Alrighty then. Pat, Mark, Ronnie J, the rest of you beautiful joiners that have stuck with us, we love you guys. And we are so glad you came to join us. Our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week. And may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you ho, ho, ho game. Merry Christmas.
Merry
my
Christmas!
brothers and sisters. Woo!
Yeah.